historical cultures. The Mayan culture was 1,400 years long. We hear about the Aztecs in Central America, but they were really at the end of the pre-Columbian era. So they have this representation for cacao, but it's actually a fish, because the sound for fish in Mayan and the languages that came before it is ca. And so we have ca, and you can see here in this example, these are quite well-known versions, there's 2 dots, and that means to say it twice. So we get caca, and here, say, is the fish, is ca, and the 2 dots, caca. And then it's very common in Mayan languages and Nahuatl and other languages to have this syllable added to the end, which is represented here by the cone. And that's the wa sound. So we get cacao. And this is what has this very long history. Interestingly, the word chocolate does not have so much history. If anything, it should have been cacalatl. You can read in some places that chocolate comes from, I think, something like choco and latl for bitter water. But this is probably not true. It's more likely that the Spanish made that word up by combining 2 native languages. Because keep in mind, this was when the Spanish arrived, mostly chocolate was consumed as drinks, and they were thick drinks, sort of brown or sometimes coloured red with achiote to be red. And there's this word caca, which in Spanish, those of you who don't know, is shit. So, for that reason, quite possibly the Spanish chose to invent this other word, and from 2 different elements. So we get chocolate. Now, this is the 3rd variation. I'll come to the 4th shortly, but the 3rd variation is at some point the English mixed up cacao and coconut. As these things were imported and they were new, you could see in early dictionaries like Samuel Johnson's dictionary, the entry is the same. Now there's evidence that it was even before that the British were mixing up cacao and cocoa nut. So this is probably how the English got, the British got to cocoa. The 4th variation, it always amuses me, is that non-native English